My name's Craig Hall and I'm the product manager for the surface rotary blast hole rigs here at Sandvik Mining and Rock Solutions. Both Demetre and I are here in our facility in Alachua in Florida, where we design and manufacture our rotary drill rig products together with the technology solutions that we provide.
Hi, my name is Demetre Harris. I'm the product manager of automation and technology for the Rotary division here at Sandvik Mining and Rock Solutions.
Demetre, I just thought we'd briefly discuss where we're heading and some of the things we're doing with the technology solutions on our latest rotary drill rigs.
Yes, and I guess the concept here to discuss with the audience is overall just delivering value, how we're going to do that with our iSeries drills, with our intelligent solutions, and the whole fact of how it can benefit your operations.
Yes, I think that's important, Demetre, because as you say, it's not just about the technology, it's about the actual benefits that the clients and the customers' mining operations get out of utilising this technology. Yeah. And it would be good to run through some of those benefits today.
The iSeries drill, so our main mission with our iSeries drills is to actually increase safety, increase production, and reduce costs through the onboard functionality, the design of the drill, and the technology that's encapsulated inside of the iSeries drills. As mentioned, we're looking at an approach of more of the, plan, check, do, improve type of philosophy. And that transposes in the drilling industry more along the lines of planning, with your drill plans and your maintenance planning. So our solutions allow customers to import their drill plans with the locations of each hole, the depth they want to drill, the angles, and with the onboard functionality that we provide operators and maintenance workers with regards to, overall looking at, if there's any alarms on the system, if the actual parameters and values that's coming from the machine, we provide maintenance that extra piece, that extra, I like to say, support that they need to be able to highlight and actually dive in if there ever is an issue, that they can resolve it quickly.
And when it comes to actually executing the plan, what sort of features do we have in our equipment that support the customers on that area?
Great. So with regards to execution, we look at our high precision GPS navigation, our one-touch onboard automation solutions from, anywhere from auto level to actually the full, auto drill, and working now on actually auto tramming functionality. So providing the operator on board the ability to actually just, simply sit back and push a button in a way. So the great thing with that is you get the consistency. You get the productivity because, you're able to operate the solution, simply do a consistency each time. So,
and additionally, it'll help the operator, if there is an operator involved in the operation, excel at their role or meet the maximum productivity.
Exactly. I like to say it levels the playing field. Regardless of your skill set of your operator, you put operator there, you train them up on how to use this automation functionality, and you get production and consistency.
Consistency. I think consistency being the key word. And the next part of the process is measuring. How do we actually help with the measuring functionality of?
So the biggest thing with iSeries drills and just technology and moving forward in the mining industry is the ability to get the data, get the results back from what's done, the actions that's executed on the field. With that, you can do comparisons, of course, against, actual, against what was planned. All this data, how we handle it is our Sika solution actually stores it on board, and then we send those off to our central server, to our reporting server, so that the customer can then have access to that information. And that goes from, as I mentioned, positioning, ability to drill the elevation based off of the plan, getting that data back, and also cycle times and activities from, drilling to tramming hole to hole to leveling. Being able to measure to that detail, that granularity actually helps, keep operations flowing nicely.
So the system is delivering the drill plan that the engineers have developed, which is on board the machine.
Yes.
It's navigating us to the holes. It's allowing the operator to basically one-touch automate their functionality, so one-touch drilling or levelling or whatever activities it may be. And at the same time, then the customer can access that data to evaluate exactly how they are going to plan.
Exactly, and I think that actually moves us on to the next stage of validation. I'm glad you mentioned it there. So with having this data and being able to validate it against your plans, you're able to, optimize your explosive designs, your firing plans. And as you mentioned, and we discussed plenty of times, is actually being able to optimize the short and long-term plans of your operation. So if you know exactly, when a pattern is going to be completed or the time it's taking to progress through a pattern, then you know when you need to bring in your dozers to clean the bench or your shovels and excavators and trucks. So you know when you can move on to the next bench. So being a step ahead of the game is what I like to say.
Yep, I can certainly see the customer benefits in that, Demetre. And I suppose if we have all access to this data so we can see exactly what we've achieved and compare that against the plan, that's really going to help us improve how we conduct our drilling and blasting operations.
Exactly. And I'm a strong believer of continuous improvement. Sandvik here, we always strive for continuous improvement, always becoming better. And it's the same as your operation. The main ideal is with this data, with executing your plan, you're doing it because you want to get better. You want to make sure the fragmentation is better. You want to make sure that you're actually, processing the cycles to the full, drilling process, from drilling all the way to blasting and excavating. You want to make sure that you can get better, more efficient, faster, safer, and that's what we discuss, and that's our whole drive behind iSeries and the technology that we bring on board.
Fantastic. And this operating system and the that we're talking about is available across all our iSeries machines.
Yes.
And currently in the Rotary products which we're responsible for, we have 3 models available in this, covering hole sizes from 127 millimetres through to 416 millimetres, or that's 5 inches to 16 inches in the Imperial. In the Imperial. And those models are the 410i, the 412i, and the big brother, the 416i.
Exactly. And as you mentioned, the commonality between these machines is the fact that they share the same technology on the background. The foundation, the Sika platform, the deployment of the different modules, from the actual navigation to the automation solutions, the one-touch automation, is shared across all 3 machines. So even the capability of providing this data to third parties through the onboard interface is common across each machine. So definitely gives us a arm up, with regards to iSeries and being able to actually make sure that we're leading the market in the future.
Yeah, look, you've mentioned the terminology Sika control or Sika platform several times, Demetre, and I think another important thing there is the Sika platform is it's the enabler across all of the Sandvik iSeries products. So whether it be underground or surface or rock processing equipment, it's the same common platform across all of the Sandvik equipment.
Yeah, spot on. So the whole ideal with Sandvik is, whenever you can have a common platform, ranging from, regardless if it's underground and underground drills all the way to surface production, that provides you the ability that once we develop technology, for example, time utilization models and, operator tracking, that can actually be spread across our different systems, whether it's underground or surface, with, minimum adaptations. So it definitely speeds up development.
I notice in our training facility here at the moment, we've got some people that are doing some maintenance training on the iSeries Sika platform. And what are some of the benefits that the Sika system has from a maintenance perspective?
So primary deal with regards to maintenance in Sika and our solutions is to increase the availability of the machine. We want to ensure that the machine is operating. We want to make sure you're getting your meters. We want to make sure that the production is there. So it's designed for easy maintainability. And that ranges from the onboard diagnostics, as I mentioned before, the ability to actually go in if there's a problem, be able to look at exactly the different parameters of certain components, whether it's your feed system or the pressures of your engines, and be able to pull that data and actually say, okay, there's definitely an issue here or a problem here.
So do I need a separate computer system or anything to access that?
No, so this is actually available on board the display that exists on the iSeries drill. So it's there for the operator, it's there for maintenance. You actually have the capability to control access to it, whether you want the operators to see that information, you can restrict it where only maintenance sees that data. So definitely on board, so easy where you don't need to bring a second machine, and then also available to the users that you want to actually have access to the data.
Look, and actually, the next point on this is about the remote support capability. And interestingly, the facility we're sitting in right now, the room we're in right now, is one of our remote support rooms. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so the iSeries drills actually bring the ability to connect. It's a connected machine is what I like to say. So that provides the ability to connect from remote locations. And what we offer our customers with this ability is that we can help out the team on the ground. We can actually provide them assistance. And we're even going another step further with the ability to have actually wearable technologies to help provide feedback as well. But this room is used for those purposes, to overall be able to, if there's an issue on site, to be able to log in remotely with permission of the site, of course, and dial in to actually see what the different diagnostics of the machines are, what alarms are on the machine. With the wearable technologies that we're going through, we can actually see through the operator's eyes or the maintenance operator eyes and help to guide them through this process. And this is something that we're not only looking to deploy and employ in the factories, but we're also considering this functionality and implementing it in each of our regions as well to assist not only Sandvik as a whole, but our customers, who's most important.
Look, and recently, I was involved in a project where this remote support capability was able to analyse production and identify ways to how to optimise the parameters on the machine to maximise production as well. So it's not just about maintenance, it's also about the production side as well.
So Craig, we discussed the technology and how the system, the Sika platform, is built around technology and providing data. How does the machine design fit in this with regards to maintainability and easy access and things?
Yeah, look, maintainability is a core criteria of the development of our products here at Sandvik, and from the iSeries range, from day one of the design, the focus has been on how to increase the uptime of the machine, and the way to do that is to make the maintenance as simple and as easy to access as possible. Examples of that on the iSeries machines are like mast access systems, etc., that we have available across the range of machines, increased service intervals, central lubrication systems, and onboard live sampling systems as well, Demetre, all help keep the machine in, the maintainers keep the machine in great condition to keep getting the meters.
So overall, the iSeries drills pretty much make your maintenance team happy. Have you had any or heard any experience from the field with regards to, how much easier it's made their job?
Yeah, well, I think definitely. I think just the general layout of the machines where the maintainers and the mechanics can actually access and get into the machines, and some of the initiatives that the engineering team have done about larger components or heavy access points, making them safer and easier for the mechanics to access. So one of the things that we do with the iSeries machines is look at how we route hosing and electrical systems. And in our latest machine, the DR410 in particular, we've managed to route the hydraulic hoses and components as much as possible on one side of the machine and the electrical on the other, trying to give segregation for those functionalities on the machine.
Okay, great, good to hear. So overall, what we've discussed here, the production of this machine, the iSeries, the common platform, making it easier to maintain, and the whole idea behind that is so that we can actually get productivity, break records, and honestly, get the maximum out of the machine and provide the customers with the maximum, most efficient machine as possible. So overall, next we can discuss actually how the iSeries machines actually that we've had in the field have improved business operations.
Yeah, it's basically where the rubber hits the road, Demetre.
Exactly. So Craig, take us through this first one with the DR410.
Yeah, so the DR410 is the smallest of our iSeries range that we produce here in Florida. In this particular case, the DR410 was working in a gold mining operation. And then in this particular gold mine, where we were competing against a competitor's machine, was actually a larger class machine, we achieved a 16% increase in production, and that was achieved through a number of areas, from the reducing the drilling time per hole, faster tramming, and basically just overall increasing the production.
Yeah, and I remember this case as well. So with regards to the drilling time, I remember in particular the auto drill algorithm that we have on board is, pretty much second to none. The ability to actually drill down a hole or rotary to get that maximum distance, that time, that penetration rate, it led to this 1.6 minutes per hole, advantage, I guess, over the larger competitor machine. You would think that with the larger machines that they should be able to drill faster or move faster, but with the 410, I really think we showed that it's not always about size. It's about the drill built for the application, and most efficiently, how the functionality of the machine, the design of the machine. So what are your thoughts there?
No, look, 100%. I mean, I remember talking to the operators there about the functionality of the auto drill function there, and they were very impressed. And I asked them about how frequently they used it, and it was all the time with the answer. It was very easy, it was smooth, and it worked extremely well.
This case here is in Australia coal operations. Could you give us more information on this case?
Yeah, I can. Look, this study was conducted over several operations and different machines, including some of Sandvik's older D90 class machines, and it shows the difference in the productivity of the new DR412 equipment that we have working in that coal area in Australia. We actually achieved a 19% penetration rate increase, which is absolutely fantastic for the production guys. Our fuel input per metre drilled by 43%.
Wow.
And that was achieved through both the increase in productivity rates together with the advanced compressor control system we have, which really helps reduce the fuel burn on the drill rigs. Yeah, so the overall result in this study was there was actually an 18 metres per hour increase in productivity, coupled with, as we said before, reducing the fuel consumption, which is a major win for our customers. This next case study, Demetre, I know is very close to your heart, and it's from the Masabi Iron Range, which is, for people that don't know, home to some of the hardest taconite ore in the world. It's a very tough application and in some extreme weather conditions as well. So why don't you take us through what was achieved there?
In this case here, with regards to our DR412i solution that we deployed with a customer that was willing to think outside of the box, where they typically in an area or a market where it's more electric type drills exist, but to actually go with the 412i and put a diesel machine up there. And overall, it was a process. We started with, working together with the team, a full effort from all of Sandvik, from, parts and tooling to our guys on the ground, to automation, to the engineers here that manufacture and engineer the drill. So complete effort along with the customer, and overall set a new shift record of 305 drilled meters in a single shift for this customer. And I remember the day when we got the information across. Everyone was ecstatic, happy. There were doubts in the beginning that whether or not the machine can rotary drill in this type of material, but we proved that we know what we're doing. We drilled the hole. It performed as we thought it would. So it was really, I guess, it shows how much Sandvik, how we stand behind our products overall. And, everything, as I mentioned, from tooling and then the auto drill algorithm, which adapts to your ground that you're penetrating through. And, 2 months later after that, we actually set another record of 18.5 meters per scheduled hours drilled at the same mine. So, constantly setting records and topping charts at this operation. A few things about this chart here, just to provide some information behind the details, the points and things. So this drill went into the operation in, December, January timeframe. By February, that was the point when we commissioned the drill, training was complete. So that's the point where we started to hand it over to the customer. At that point, customers started producing with the machine. It was already outperforming the competitor machines at that time. We had our first generation auto drill algorithm installed during this time as well. So, we were seeing productivity, we were seeing the customer buy in, everyone was enjoying the machine was producing. And then come in July, we hit a hiccup. There was issues with the ground changings, had some issues with the tooling. So at that point, we brought all of the great minds here at Sandvik, along with the customer together, and we identified what was going on. And we corrected that issue with the tooling. We corrected it with the algorithm for our auto drill. So after those improvements, the next month, that's when we jumped and actually set this record of 305 drilled meters for the shift. So it just shows that with the expertise behind the product and a great product, greatly designed product, great algorithm for the auto drill, that records can be broken and achieved. So
yeah, it was really a good result, and it was fantastic to see a very difficult application with extremely hard rock, but as you pointed out at the beginning, a very progressive customer to think outside the box and what is the status quo, and to look for another solution that gave them better results. So well done.
Tell us about the 416.
This case study on the 416s from South America, one of the large copper operations in that part of the world. And in this situation, we have a Sandvik DR416i, the largest rotary drill machine that we manufacture. And it was drilling 311 millimetre holes, or 12.25 inch in the old money, in the copper mine in South America. At that operation, we actually increased in productivity or penetration rate of 11.9%, which importantly for the mine, and these are big mines, resulted in 8.4% increase in blasted tonnes. And the resulting increase in the production and the blasted tonnes, actually when you annualise that, Demetre, results in an extra 1.4 million tonnes per annum capacity at this copper mine.
That's a lot of copper.
Thanks again, Demetre. I think it does demonstrate where the Sandvik iSeries products and Sandvik solutions can help our customers achieve their goals, and we look forward to being in your mining operation in the near future.